Butler Ridge, and then along Butler Ridge trying to make a loop on some old roads. Off the start here, there was a little bit of snow, kind of packed snowmobile tracks. Nice and beautiful day. Cruising along, it's pretty easy going for most of it. In spots like this here, you can see the snow every couple kilometers will change. It's just kind of sort of typical snow wheeling conditions. And here, you gotta let it crawl. Another spot a little faster, back a little bit, just like different gear. Gladiator being new to me. I feel like this trip is the first one where I was really starting to settle in, getting used to driving it, getting used to the electronics. The traction control, stability control, the traction control works really, really well on this, especially being not a Rubicon, no lockers. I also had my daughter and her friend along for the ride, and her friend was never really been jeeping before, so it's kind of an eye-opening experience for her. She's having fun. And here's a nice shot of Butler Ridge. And then we get closer to the ridge, and then we went parallel to the ridge and followed it up north. So this is here where we're headed up. Mark, he's running about 2-3 pounds in his 31s on the YJ, trying to keep up through the snow there. Yeah. Every once in a while, the little YJ needs a little bit of help, but he did pretty good for the most part. He's got a few parts on order, waiting to make it a little better here. He's got his son driving here, and he's just learning the 4-cylinder and the standard, the snow, and trying not to spin there. He's actually doing pretty good here, learning, just picking up the finesse part of being smooth, and it's working pretty good. Here, me going up here is, I think, where I put the first set of scratches in the Gladiator here. I got going a little quick up through the tree branches down the side. Pretty sure a couple of these are, pretty sure this is cool. Guess I should have backed out of her a little bit, but such is life. Quit filming the dash. Okay, just stop. We're good. And then here we were cruising along and let my daughter drive for a little bit. She was having fun. Out here, there's you're never going to run into anybody out here, not this time of year with the snow, so it's a good spot for her to learn. Nice flat roads and no vehicles around. And, she's doing pretty good though. She's getting the hang of it. Smooth and she's getting smoother on the pedals. And
snow for the first time.
There you go.
Oh yeah, and I beat my record. I went 60 kilometers an hour.
Her first time snow wheeling here, so she's pretty excited.
Pretty willow. He's cute.
And we're just waiting for the YJ to get another little helping hand. The snow was starting to give out here in the afternoon. Some spots it was actually starting to get wet and pack up, but in some spots it was just giving out. It was just getting a little bit rotten, and with the 31s it's tough going. Put it all the way back to drive, and then put it over, and then up into first gear, and just try and crawl your way across the top of this. Just tiptoe. You're feather walking. It's got quite a bit of power. You gotta be just, like I said, just feather walk on the pedal.
1 kilometers an hour.
That's all it takes. Doesn't matter. And then here I was just trying to coach her on being gentle and figuring out the gears.
Not breaking the snow.
Not super deep snow here, but it's deep enough, and it was starting to give out that you actually needed a little bit of throttle control, and you had to start feeling the vehicle.
Click it back in a second.
You know, being in the ruts versus out of the ruts.
Gentle.
So this next section where she's driving here, that was just the big thing, just helping her learn. And I mean, she's been snow wheeling with me for years, so she's got a pretty good idea what to do. She's probably better versed than a lot of adults at this situation and this stuff. She's pretty chill. She knows what the Jeep can do and what it should do, so It's just learning the feeling and getting used to the throttle pedal here. Gladiator's actually got quite a bit of power compared to my Grand Cherokees, so it's fairly easy to spin the tires up, even with the 37s. Yeah, it was a nice day. I love the soft top, just being able to kick the roof open and cruise, sunshine coming in, and it was really nice. Nice to have knowing when it got muddy, just reach up and it takes about 10 seconds. You can have the roof closed all back up again, and yeah, it's definitely nice to have. Here you can see in the tracks.
And it really doesn't matter if you're in the ruts or not. It's easier in the ruts, but if you're outside the ruts, you probably feel just fine right now. Reared down, and
I wasn't aired down super low.
Easier going.
Went down to about 8 pounds there for
if you're on the uphill,
some of it there, breaking trail. And
throttle, but right
coming
here,
back out
to shallow out too, so.
up here in a little bit, I started driving again and didn't get any footage of it, but I could cruise 3rd gear, 4th gear kind of flat out through all this stuff, and it did pretty good. Like I said, I'm just still getting a feel for it. And it's nice to get some miles on it here because I got some suspension parts coming. I'm going to start piecing together my own setup in this, and I think it'll work pretty good after driving this. Coming out here, we had a few creek crossings and some water. You're going to hear the ABS pump kicking in here. I was actually using the turn assist quite a bit in these tighter sections, and with the Taser, it kind of mimics what the Bronco does. And right there, like, it just helps really rotate the vehicle around. It really shrinks the wheelbase. This thing would be really clumsy without it. A lot of these goings through here, there's half a dozen spots where I used it, and one spot where I forgot to use it, and I actually bounced a small tree down off the fender. If I would have completely missed it had I had the turn assist on. I was just used to having it, and it just completely doesn't turn the same without it. You can run a lot deeper into the corner. Like, you can almost butt up against the tree and then skid the front end around sideways and almost do a dig. And I kind of wanted to do that with my Grand Cherokees, but actually just do a cutting brake in the rear instead of running the locker.
Back to back.
This kind of mimics that. It's super easy to do, and
Get through here.
it's really effective. It doesn't work on all types of terrain, but this type of stuff where it's muddy and snowy and slippery, it really comes into its own. Really enjoying that feature.
And nice and smoothly. And from modded. Now we have to clean it off again.
It's gonna get washed. It's okay.
That's deep. What's deep?
Yeah, it was a fun day with the kids. It was just easy going. It was nothing too tough of going. It was just a nice day to go for a cruise, and so for me it was a nice day to put some miles on, and a little more technical than I've had the Gladiator in. Some of the DX here a little bigger than I've been in with it, and being stock height, just 37s on it. I mean, 37s helped a lot,
Sean
but
got stuck in
getting
it.
used to the angles and getting
Tore a
through,
hole.
and I mean, it's 30 inches longer than my Grand Cherokees, and they felt pretty big. So
Okay, now we go.
yeah, it's nice just running through and getting used to it. Rub the hitch here in a few spots, but it actually didn't rub as much as I thought it was gonna. The feel of the DX are fairly sharp in here. They're not big stuff, it's small, but that small steep stuff seems to be really pay the price with the long wheelbase and the long overhang.
That's the line stance.
But yeah, good. A few of these spots here, picking through these tight trails, and
We're trampling through.
turn assist
the
come in
woods.
handy on a couple of spots. Like this spot in here is tight, and then once we get across the creek here, there's a really tight spot in here coming up ahead.
it through.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of glad it's been kind of a cool spring here so far because it's nice getting out here without the creek being too deep. A little nervous about swamping the Gladiator out or getting it too deep here right off the start. Don't mind the Grand Cherokee so much, but this one's still a little new. Be underwater, but it was fun anyway. Yeah, still lots of ice, not much water yet. It's pretty cool. It was just below freezing here when we left, and
water.
It was a little above freezing here when we left. And this is the corner here. I forget to turn the turn assist on. You can see, and I tried to force it, and it still never even come close. And with the turn assist, I'd have cleanly made this. I'm pretty sure I'd have cleanly made it anyway. I should have backed right down onto the river here and just lined up for it again. Instead of forcing it right there, I just put a tree off the fender.
I felt that
Looking through.
Better not have fell on your feet. It hit the fender on the back side.
In here is where the turn assist was really beneficial. There's one corner here coming up.
And I'm filming.
Just picking through. It's just fits through here. There's only a couple inches to spare off the mirrors here, and off the fenders. So.
Is there a bump here? Oh, it's the tweed.
This is my Kenzie. Did you just say you want to hit a tree?
No, I said it's a tree.
Yeah, the tree. Don't hit the tree.
Like this corner right here is tight. Even Mike with his JK there, two-wheel drive, he's still got to back up and
Get it, traction control.
do a reposition there. And I actually
That's
think
the
I could
steer
have
control.
squeaked it around. I was right on the edge of rubbing the tree, so I played it safe and backed off. But I
Locks up
think
the
it might have actually
inside
cleared that
tire
without
sockets
having that
too.
little backup. But even that little backup,
Makes
for
it
as long
really
as it
nice
is,
for doing stuff like that.
it's really
So I'd had to
works
back
pretty
up
good.
at least twice to get through there normally. See, well, even Mike had to
And
back
then the
up
rest
to
of
there.
this,
I
we're
almost
just
didn't
cruising
have to.
back out to the main road and dare back up and just enjoyed a
Film this.
nice little day out towards Butler Ridge.
Oh wow, that's a big D-act.
Yeah, that's the big thing.
I'm just trying not to on the dashboard.
You're good. Okay, we got a lot more to the roof to clean off when you get home.